This game is... I'm going to try and beat it in less than 6 minutes because my best is 6:01, and that is irritating me. In the meantime, because I have ADHD and my meds have worn off, we are going to talk about why SAO has so much wasted potential and what it could have done to not waste that potential. So, SAO had amazing potential to be a very, like, dark, gritty, like you're introduced to a cast of characters that are slowly picked off over the course of the anime style show, and it squandered it. Episode 1, honestly, really good. It did a great job at introducing you to the world and just generally being kind of chilling in nature. My phone just buzzed. Episode 2 was the boss fight, and I think it was also pretty good. It did another good job of setting up how dangerous this world can be with how many people died in the fight and such. And then the third episode about the Moonlit Black Cats, also good. Kirito got attached to this group who then immediately got absolutely slaughtered because they made one simple mistake. And then I'd say episode 4 is when it went off the rails a little. I don't remember exactly I don't exactly remember episode 4. What was that lag spike? I don't exactly remember episode 4, but I remember I remember thinking the first 3. Damn, this is good. I don't know why it's getting so much hate. And then the 4th episode, I was watching the credits, so I was like, oh. But yeah, like it had potential to be like similar to like Akame ga Kill or Attack on Titan, where like these loved main characters just that were introduced to you at the start of the show all slowly one by one get picked off. Like this merciless show just over time killing every single character that's a part of it. And like even if fuck the rest of the anime, because I think Aincrad arc, I liked SAO 2. I liked the GGO arc. That was good, I think. I have some complaints with it, mainly how sexualized Sinon is and how much she clearly needs help. And, like, Kirito is not the proper help for her. Like, chick has full-on PTSD and thinks that the best way to do that is to play a game where you shoot people. So not only does she have PTSD, she has severely impaired logical thinking ability. But regardless, I think if it had just been a generic 14-episode isekai anime, that could have been amazing. Because think about the ending, the bullshit ending where neither Kirito nor Asuna actually died. That's horseshit, okay? They both died. So leave it like that. Let them have one last heartfelt goodbye. And then have it so they die. And, like, they died achieving the main goal, which was to free everyone. Because, like, the whole anime, I feel like that's what the anime was about to anyone that wasn't in the main character's group. Is, like, just one by one, the people that you care about slowly dying off. This isn't a dream, it's a nightmare. You know? Like, it had so much potential. And Reki Kawahara... What I'm trying to say is, I feel like SAO had potential. If the people that wrote Akame ga Kill, I don't know their name, I don't know, like, the writer's name for Akame ga Kill, managed to get to the idea of SAO before Reki Kawahara, that could have been, like, it could have been one of the top anime. Just, like, it could have been sitting at the top with Naruto, AOT, and BNHA. Oh, that was dumb as hell. Yeah, like, the Aincrad arc... Also, the Alfheim arc, if they were going to continue the anime, which, like... I mean, there are tons of anime that were super successful and still didn't continue, but let's say this one did. They didn't make it the bittersweet ending where Kirito and Asuna die, saving everybody else trapped in the game. Alfheim arc has some improvements that can be made. Alfheim arc is, like, universally believed to be the worst universally seen as the worst SAO arc, even by fans of the show. And for good reason. It is a fucking dumpster fire. Like, what everybody loved about Asuna was that you don't need to constantly watch her and make sure she doesn't get into any trouble. She's not a damsel in distress. You can't really step in front of her because she'll step in front of you. 522. Well, now I'm tempted to break the FUD in the barrier. God. Well, I have more thoughts on it. So anyway, but imagine if instead of having Asuna for 14 episodes be tied up and molested, instead they made it so while Kirito fought his way up, Kirito and Lifa and such, and Rekon, I think his name was, fought their way up, at the same time, Asuna was fighting her way down the same tree of life. That, and then they met in the middle to get out of there. That could have been fire. Okay, buddy. Like, that could have been such a good concept. And, like, on multiple occasions, Asuna is smart enough to figure out how to escape her cell and fight back. But, like, they immediately... And she even came close to being able to log out at one point. Like, the next logical step is her, instead of trying to make it to a place to log out, her actually fighting her way down the tree. Because she still is Asuna, and it's proven that the nerve gear will remember... Or your seed in the cardinal system is remembered. All your shit is remembered because Alfheim is run on the same system that SAO was. I'm going to reset this one because Alfheim is run on the same system that SAO is, that it remembers. Like, if you have a bunch of SAO gear, well, that doesn't carry over because it gets corrupted, but it remembers your stats, so Asuna should still be life as fuck, right? So let her... Give her a stick, spin her around 3 times, point her in the direction of those fucking slugs. Like, I want to see some violence. Or at the very least, instead of, like, just destroying Oberon himself, what Kirito could have done is, first off, dress Asuna back up. Because, Jesus Christ, just having that entire final fight with a naked girl in the back was making me uncomfortable. Anyway, if you could even call it a fight. Regardless. Instead of having Kirito fight Oberon himself, he could give Oberon Excalibur, then spawn just a regular-ass rapier, and smash through Asuna's bindings before handing her the rapier and, like, gesturing, go for it. And then let her have that catharsis. Even I would have been, like, even with all the shortcomings of that season, all the horror, the fucking incest, I would have still been able to forgive it if there was that one moment of catharsis, but they couldn't even do that. GGO was honestly, SAO2 Season 1, I didn't dislike. I think SAO2 Season 1 is pretty strong, is arguably one of the show's best points. I really liked it. Obviously, it is still SAO, so there's plenty of plot holes and nonsense shit like that, and just GGO in general is a poorly designed game from a game design perspective. It's still, I think, one of the stronger arcs of the anime, and that can't be understated. I really did enjoy GGO, and there's even a spin-off anime. And the spin-off anime actually does kind of slap. Seriously, if you've watched SAO and thought, damn, this is a cool concept, I hope it was less ass. Try GGO out. It's just GGO. It's a very, very good anime. Like, solid 8 out of 10. And yes, I do have I do have a thing for tall girls. hate that saw goes up high enough to kill me while I'm on top of it. That's just obnoxious. There is no need for that. Anyway, but yeah, like, and my memory of SAO is kind of fuzzy. I didn't really watch much Alicization. I think I saw a bit of the first season, but that's it. From what I can tell, it's SAO, alright. I've never died there before. But yeah, like, I remember arc 2, the second arc of season 2 of Alfheim, not the Nidlheim arc, I think it was, with the frozen over area, but Mother's Rosario arc. That shit was good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Yuki dying 100% did bring a tear to my eye. Like, it was emotional. And also, I'm kind of surprised and honestly pretty impressed that they would, they actually wrote it so, like, Kirito got defeated by, Yuki, and, Asano's the one who won. I really hope anybody that was planning to watch SAO left when I just said right off the bat that I'm going to be talking about SAO. But honestly, you're probably not missing out on much if I do spoil you, because, yeah, like, Mother's Rosario, Aincrad. Those are the arcs worth watching, I think. And Aincrad is a big ass if, because there are some pretty big stinking plot holes in the Aincrad arc. So, yeah, those are my opinions on Sword Art Online. I think if, like, the writers of Akame ga Kill got to the idea of Sword Art Online before Reki Kawahara did, I think Sword Art Online would be at the top of my anime list. Like, tippy-tip top. Like, beating out MHA kind of top. Because it combines the classic fantasy setting with isekai, and also just, like, that's a very chilling thought, like, wanting to get onto this. Imagine trying to get into this new video game with this new technology and being super excited, and then being trapped and having to watch your friends that joined you die one by one. That shit would be terrifying. And, like, we already know that this formula of picking off characters one by one works because one of the best anime of all time utilizes it. I'm resetting. Like, Attack on Titan, it's right fucking there. Literally, just do that. It works. Shit's good. Attack on Titan is a good-ass anime. Yeah, those are my opinions on Sword Art Online. Again, I didn't really watch Alicization, and I haven't watched either of the movies. And I heard that they might be doing a live-action version, in which case I am looking forward to watching it flop hard. But, like, every anime will have its diehard fans. Fuck. I think that's just a truth of anime. There are some people that will defend One Piece till the day they die, and I'm sure, yeah, it actually does pick up at around episode 1500, but nobody has... Echo, what is 22 times 1500 divided by 60?
22 times 1500 divided by 60 is 550.
Nobody has 550 fucking hours to watch an anime until it gets good, okay? That's more anime than I have played Splatoon 3. And I don't just mean in the last XYZ, across the board. Splatoon 3 has been out for a year and I haven't put 500 hours into it yet. I did take like a 5-month-ish break from it, I will say. On the topic of Splatoon and anime, a Splatoon anime would go hard as fuck. Like, a Splatoon anime, I don't want it to just be an adaptation of the manga. The manga, I think it's kind of funny. It's pretty childish, but like Splatoon is marketed towards children to begin with, so it gets a pass. I want like actual competitive players to get a say in the match and how the matches play out. Could you imagine letting fucking like Sendu or FLC write a battle of an anime? Write a battle in an anime? That would be so sick. Or I guess the one that you'd probably be more familiar with in the name you might have actually heard before, Prochara. But like I'm actually kind of in tune with the competitive scene, so when I hear competitive Splatoon, I don't just think Prochara. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a big part of what I think, but I don't just think Prochara. I also think Chase, or Arashi. Jokes aside, though, I do like pay attention to the competitive scene. I've even been looking into getting it. I see that Sendo Q is a thing now, and I'm kind of considering poking my head in and seeing what it's all about. Sizzle season, I think Drizzle season 2023, people are calling it a disappointment, and it might just be like the fact that in Splatoon 2 I used to play Gold Dynamo and Sorella. Like those were my two mains. But I disagree. I think Drizzle season was just fine. I think the maps were easily the strongest attribute of the season. But I think as a whole, like the balancing changes were minimal, but it's because the meta hasn't really settled yet. So making a drastic change while the meta was still like settling is not a good idea. And so I do think they made the right call there. I wish they had been faster to jump in when, like, you could have had a baby from during how long Crab Tank was overpowered as fuck. You could have literally made another human being. Like from launch till way it wasn't like mid sizzle season patch, which was 10.5 months into the game's lifespan. So not only could you have had a baby, but the baby could have grown up enough that it wouldn't just keel over and die the moment it wasn't being held in mommy's arms. I mean, 1.5-month-old newborn isn't much more you can say about it than that, but that is a big improvement. This is probably going to be my last one, and I'm going to upload this entire thing as raw, unedited footage of just rambling, because I feel like ADHD rambles should be more invested in entertainment industry, because we just get on the most random fucking shit. Like, it is wild, the stuff we talk about. Like, for example, more people died in Hurricane Maria than 9/11, but people don't never forget Hurricane Maria because they can't use it as an excuse to be Islamophobic. Oh, that was clean as hell. Yeah, that's my hot political take for the day. I have plenty more. Follow me at fuck. Follow me at fuck. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go with that. I'll make a new email. That one actually does suit me pretty well. Smooth. I always jump there. Oh my god. Okay, that one just hurts. You didn't have to do that one. Oh god. That shit is always terrifying, man. Thanks, lag. What? Okay, you. I'm not the only one that saw that coyote time, right? That was insane. Oh my god. That hurt. That hurt to die too. No shot. Well, not sure how I pulled that off. Oh yay, run killer time. Fuck! I didn't mean to ball jump there. You. Oh my god. I've had people at school ask me, why do you call this level the run killer? This fucking shit is why. Right, I'm gonna give it one more. I'm gonna give it one more go. And I'm not gonna distract myself with talking to you guys. My hands are starting to hurt too. I don't want to give myself carpal tunnel because if I get carpal tunnel and can't play Splatoon with motion controls, I might legitimately commit suicide. Like, this is not a joke. Splatoon is keeping me alive. Ask any of my Discord friends. Like, ask Schleppy on stream at Schleppy Namiro. Or maybe Schleppy Boy. I don't know. Whatever. Cool dude. But yeah, if you ask him, I am obsessed with Splatoon. Really video games in general, but especially Splatoon. Sorry for how loud that was. It's just the fastest way to scale a wall. Don't be mad at me. You fucking bitch. That lag spike was not okay, game. I am 15 seconds behind pace. I've been at this level before there was a minute on it. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give it one more go. I'm not gonna kill the run. We're gonna see if I've improved at all. Because there comes a point where you're not really improving anymore. You just have to grind out runs until you get lucky with your performance. And honestly, I'm really tired, so my performance is declining, which is the opposite of what I want. Fuck off, bitch! Oh my god. That's horrible. 58-second black saw. Well, I promised I wouldn't kill a run. Unless it is a comically bad run, I'm not gonna kill it. And if I do kill it, I'm just going to stop the video right there. I'm not going to keep recording. I will take a screenshot if I do manage to get a, if I do, like, continue to play and get a new best. Although that will be highly irritating. But yeah, I'm not really that in tune with the anime community anymore. I used to be a huge fan of, like, all the big shows like MHA and stuff. I'm of the firm opinion Attack on Titan should not have gotten a 4th season. I love me a good bittersweet ending, and Attack on Titan Season 3 had the perfect one. They should have just left it there. Like, Attack on Titan and... What do Attack on Titan and Toy Story have in common? They shouldn't have gotten a 4th installment. There's my hot take. And the Attack on Titan fans are going to be mad at me, but they're 7 and can't type a mean comment without asking their mother first. So, yes, that was a Luke the Notable quote. I listened to his videos every night while falling asleep. All right, I know I promised, but one more. Oh, sorry. Oh God, wait, the timer doesn't pause. I feel good about this one. Immediately goes in the wrong direction. Fuck you. You know, what I was doing there when I paused for a second was actually a very advanced tactic called scratching my nose. It sacrifices a little bit of time right now, but it allows me to maintain focus a lot better throughout the rest of the run. So it's worth the temporary time loss. 47 block saw, not second. 47 black saw, not second. Good English. I don't know what happened, by the way, with that noise. Okay. Can you stop that shit? Hey, look, a slightly harder version of the exact same level. I feel like there's a Sonic joke to be made here. I always jump into that saw. I don't know why. It's like a fucking ritual at this point. Don't shoot me. Jesus. God, that sequence is just so terrifying every time. Alright, you know what? I'm calling it. Thanks for watching. Why can't I... What is happening? Command Shift 5. There you go.